Hi everyone, for today's mobility I'm going to work you guys through some hip stretches. These are going to be really important to do throughout the day because we're doing a lot of sitting right now, not by choice obviously, but as we work from home and we're at school in a room versus walking around campus. This is just going to help loosen up those hips. Either before or after you work out, you might notice some more tightness than usual. So these stretches are all things that you don't really need equipment for. The only piece of equipment that you are going to need is a chair, and I'll show you how we're going to utilize that to get a little deeper into our stretches. First one we're going to do is from the ground though. So you're going to start in an L position, sitting down. I'm going to show you guys first stretching my right leg. So I'm going to bring my left leg just like back behind me. I'm going to bring my right knee into a 90-degree angle. From there I'm going to push myself up, push my hips up, extend my left leg back. And my goal is to keep my right leg right now at a 90-degree angle and try to sink my right hip and like my right glute into the ground. Because I have very tight hips, you're gonna notice that I'm probably gonna stay in an upright position like this. I'm still keeping a neutral spine, but I'm staying upright versus hunching down. If this feels good to you and you can go lower into the stretch, focus on keeping that spine neutral and not necessarily hunching down to get down to that position, but just lowering yourself. If you can get to your elbows, awesome. If not, no worries. That upright position, you're still gonna feel it. Let me show you from the other side. So my right leg back, left leg at a 90-degree angle, push myself up, right leg back, pushing my left hip now into the ground. And these ones you can hold for about, I would say a minute to 2 minutes each side, just depending on how it feels. If it's really tight, it might be really uncomfortable. So maybe do a minute and then rest for a little bit and pick up with another minute because you probably will need it. Our next one is a very similar, the movement's going to look very similar, but now we're on a chair getting into that stretch. So I'm going to prop my right leg up first. I'm going to bring it around into a 90-degree angle again. We're going to try to keep the bent leg as close to the chair as possible. And you're going to extend that other leg out. And we're going to hold it there. You can kind of lean into the leg that's bent and lean to the other side and kind of work that entire area. I'm going to bring this leg up to show you guys. Okay, some people may be able to drop their knee to the ground, and then dropping your knee to the ground, keeping this leg up. You're really going to intensify the stretch, but if you can't, no worries. The biggest goal here is now that we have some assistance with the chair, we can really lean in to both sides. So same thing, minute, 2 minutes. If it feels really tight, do a minute on each side and then do a minute on each side again. That way one side's getting a little bit of a rest. Using the chair still. This can also, it's called a wall squat stretch. I'm not going to reposition the camera to get to a wall. So I'm going to show you on the chair. You get a little more assistance on the wall, so I recommend doing it on a wall, but if you would like to just be able to do it on a chair, I'm going to show you that too. So I'm going to prop my heels up on the chair. I'm going to try to get my legs as close to, or get my hamstrings as close to the chair as possible. I'm gonna bring my right leg across, and I'm gonna use my right hand to really push my knee towards the chair. So again, this gives us a little more control over the stretch. And I'll switch sides to show you. So again, really pushing that knee towards the chair. You can kind of pulse this one out. So I recommend doing the 2 minutes each side, but you can really control the intensity. So when I'm feeling like I need a little bit of a rest, I'm just going to bring my knee forward. I'm not going to be pushing my knee. When I'm ready to stretch again, I'm going to push my knee out. And we'll just keep doing that for about 2 minutes each side. Next, this is a good one in general to be doing while you're sitting doing work. This is always going to help you, and again, you could just maybe set like a little alarm on your phone, or maybe like for every 20 minutes you're sitting, you spend about a minute doing this stretch on each side, something to do in your chair. A lot of us already do this in general. I like to cross my legs, but this has a little more of an intention to it. So I'm gonna bring my right leg up, okay? I'm gonna stay upright. My goal is to try to push my knee down towards the ground, just like we were doing with that the wall chair squat. Pushing my knee down. As this starts to feel okay, I'm going to add the stimulus of now I'm leaning into it. You're really going to feel it intensify the lower you can get towards your leg. I'm gonna turn my chair around and show you guys from the side so you can see what my torso is doing as well. So I'm gonna cross now my left leg. And from here, just sitting in a nice neutral position, I'm not leaned back on the chair. I'm upright, shoulders are back. I'm gonna start pushing my knee down, and as it feels good, I'm gonna lower down into my knee. Notice that my back is staying straight. I'm not hunching over like a inactive position. I'm keeping my shoulders back, but spine neutral, and I'm just hinging towards my leg. If you have any sort of knee issues, if your knees get really tight, or if you have knee pain or a knee injury, that might actually feel a little more painful than it should. And if that's you, that's okay. The only thing we're going to change so that you don't feel that pain is once we cross over, rather than pushing down, we're going to hug our knee towards us, and we're going to rotate, okay? In fact, you could even do this if you don't feel the knee pain, because personally, when I do this stretch, I feel it right here, a little bit back here, but when I hug and rotate, now I'm feeling that stretch right here. So we're getting a little more glute in there. So those are some stretches you can do at your chair while you're taking breaks from your work, which is really good. Just finding little ways to stay moving as we sit at our desks or wherever you set up your workstation. And yeah, I hope this helps. And again, just try to make it a habit, and hopefully keep ourselves healthy, keep our bodies even more healthy through all of this. So stay safe, Wolfpack, and next video we'll be focusing a little bit more on the upper body. So have fun with this, stay safe.